siblings famously tend to fight a lot.
We do fight a lot, but we manage. So far, so good.
Disagreement किस बात पे होता है?
We also agree to disagree a lot.
Yes.
Now. We really respect each other's opinions. We have such a beautiful culture. Our shalwar kameez or our sort of sensibilities.
I think it's very important to have a physical presence. Ours is a very high-end niche product, right? They would want to come in and try on an outfit, especially their bridal outfits.
We don't have these kind of demarcations in our brand for Lahore versus Karachi or Islamabad.
Do you feel like a certain extra pressure?
I don't feel pressure ever. We absolutely love what we do.
What is your favorite thing to design?
I think that's really hard to pick. Over the years, like we were saying, we've also changed, we've grown, we've evolved.
We are with the founders of the label Sania Maskatiya and Umair Tabani, and they have just completed 15 years in the industry. बहुत बहुत मुबारक. कैसा लग रहा है?
अच्छा लग रहा है, mashallah. It's a good feeling. You know, time's just flown by, but it's been great, mashallah.
And Sania, how, this is like your baby, and how does it feel for you to complete like 15 years?
It's really good. We've all evolved as a team. We've grown. It's a constant learning curve. So it's been really exciting, actually.
Have you guys been working together from the start?
Yes, we have been.
And how has that gone? Because siblings famously tend to fight a lot.
We do fight a lot, but we manage. So far, so good.
सबसे ज़्यादा disagreement किस बात पे होता है?
We have very separate roles.
Yeah.
So actually, it's amazing because we don't really interfere day to day with
That
each
much
other.
interact
We
with
don't
us,
get
yeah.
into a lot of stuff. Of course, like bigger decisions as
Yeah, and we collectively just make decisions on collections and different shows or store openings.
and we also agree to disagree a lot.
Yes.
Now. We really respect each other's opinions. And we sort of, if he's saying something, I really value his input and I may not agree with it, but sometimes we go ahead with it and vice versa. If I have something I'm really adamant about and he understands what I'm trying to say. And I think that's how the synergy has worked for so many years because it's just, we really trust each other and value each other's opinions.
Umair, do you ever give any creative input on the collections or the prints or the designs?
Not necessarily creative input, but commercial aspect, yes.
Yes.
So we do sit down as a team and we go through things and then, sometimes we'll eliminate some stuff, we'll modify some stuff and we'll decide production quantities based on what we feel will do well.
And Sania, as a creative, क्या आपको ऐसा लगता है कि जहाँ commercial input आता है तो your creativity is a bit stifled, or are you like, no, that's how it is?
No, not at all. Basically, we're in the business to sell, and it's a large part of our business is ready to wear. So we are very mindful about what is received well by our clients, and that kind of input by him is like paramount to our decisions. And the team and I, we really take that into account, and we try to sort of navigate our collections based on what is actually selling in the stores.
Yeah, we do get regular inputs from like all our store managers, our bridal consultants, the stores staff, and collectively we'll give the design team feedback accordingly.
And you guys, I understand, just relocated to a larger space, a reimagined space in Lahore. And so what was that process like, or how long was it in the making?
We opened our Lahore store almost 10 years ago or 11 years ago, and the brand was in a very different place at that point. So from that perspective, that store was of a good size and, it did us well. But unfortunately, a couple of years ago, we realized we had outgrown the space. So we've been trying to look for the right spot. And fortunately, we found something, a piece of property which worked for us 4 or 5 months ago in December. And that's when we decided to relocate.
I know you're selling clothes and people want to wear them and try them on and feel them, but do you feel like sales have shifted a bit more to e-commerce post-COVID? Yeah, it's still the same kind of foot traffic in your stores?
What I'd like to say is that e-commerce sales have exponentially grown internationally. But locally, I feel people still, when they're spending this kind of money, and ours is a very high-end niche product, right? they would want to come in and try on an outfit, especially their bridal outfits and formals, even for luxury pret for that matter. So I think it's very important to have a physical presence. As far as physical presence goes, we needed more space uh, to display our product properly.
Sania, you know how there's this Karachi Lahore, sort of difference in sensibility. Do you feel it? Do you see it as a designer? Do you feel like you have to adapt designs or collections or certain elements of your, whatever you're creating for the Lahore or Karachi or Islamabad clientele?
I don't think so, because we work collection based, and we sort of put our collections forth with what we think would do well and what we perceive as a good design for that collection. So we don't have these kind of demarcations in our brand for Lahore versus Karachi or Islamabad. It's just a collective design process. Yes.
You've designed for a lot of celebrities and you've dressed a lot of famous people, and there's been talk of Sania Maskatiya being the unofficial presidential event designer, and we saw a lot of your designs appearing at certain landmark political events. How did that make you feel? Was that an exciting moment, or were you like I do
We've
this.
been
This
really
is what I
lucky,
do.
mashallah. We've had a very varied client base,
Yeah.
and a lot of everybody's been our clients for a while. So they've been shopping from different locations. Many times we don't even know when they come in, because they're also very comfortable with our staff, and they're very nice to everybody, and they pick out what they like. They come, they shop. So it's been really nice, and it's always exciting to see everybody wear our clothes.
Do you feel like a certain extra pressure when you're doing that, or are you just like in your element then?
I don't feel pressure ever. I honestly, myself, I'd like to speak on behalf of my design team. It's all teamwork. I think it's a passion-led project. There's a lot of love at the heart of it. We absolutely love what we do. We love to create. Everyone's an artist, so it's always exciting. Work is super fun. I'm very fortunate to sort of call work really exciting for myself. I love what I do. I think all of us do.
Yeah, we're all.
So it's always thrilling, actually.
So, what is your favorite thing to design? Is it your lawns? Is it your luxury pret? Is it pret? Is it bridals? What would you, if you could do one thing, or is it hard to pick?
I think that's really hard to pick. I think over the years, like we were saying, we've also changed, we've grown, we've evolved. We started with Lux spread, and then our focus was on prints and then embroideries. We love craft revival techniques in our bridals. We started doing lawn by ourselves. Every project is really exciting and interesting for us, and that's why we do it.
So, in the 15 years that you worked together and kind of built this huge business, what are the key takeaways or life lessons, actually, not just business lessons or work lessons? What have you picked up, each of you?
I mean, there have been lots of lessons. We've learned a lot over time, right? And we had a very humble start, and mashallah, slowly we've grown and been learning at every stage, and still are learning, from product development to how to run a business, how to deal with people. I mean, they're all aspects of the business that we've learned, how to keep our clients happy. It's just a learning process constantly, and we're still learning.
Guys, do you feel like the advent of social media has impacted fashion or style in a negative manner, or do you feel like that's been a good thing overall?
I think for us, it's been a very positive
Yeah.
thing. I feel like we've invested a lot in social media and everything around it. Just the term social media is very varied.
Yeah.
From your social media marketing to your Instagram, to, I don't know, different bloggers and
All our collections.
influencers, etc.
All our
I mean, there's a huge shift now. I feel like everything is the way people shop has completely transformed. Most of our buyers are now informed when they walk into the store. They either have an Instagram picture or something from our website. They've already scrolled through the collection. They know what they like, and they're specifically coming in to try on a few pieces that they like. So yeah, there has been a huge shift, and I think it's a positive shift. Yeah.
And in your opinion, do you feel like whatever is trending is actually not good for fashion, or does it inform what you're doing or
I
what your
think,
customers want?
Because of social media, the whole world has become. You can sit in Karachi and have access to what's going on in, I don't know, Paris, at Paris Fashion Week. It's pretty amazing, and everyone's really well connected. Everyone's really well informed. Even any age bracket, they know what they want. There's a lot of exposure, and I think that's just, it can only be amazing. There's nothing negative about it.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes me think of the fact that you guys have shown at international fashion weeks as well as local ones. And have you found a difference in the experience overall? And what practices might you bring back home for our domestic fashion weeks?
I think it's always a learning curve when you are at in a different country with a different sort of set of fashion people. They all operate differently, but at the heart of it, it's always like a lot of creative work, it's really interesting and exciting, and you get to learn a lot, right? Like, we've met a
Yeah.
lot of,
Interesting people and a lot of
Yeah.
good connects, whether it was
Yeah.
New York Fashion Week or Beirut Fashion Week, or Lakme Fashion Week.
yeah,
I mean,
it was just always exciting and fun, and
obviously it's a bigger business over there than it is for here for us. But with time, there will
Yeah.
hopefully be growth.
So you have dressed a lot of people on red carpets, and what are some things you wish that you wouldn't see on the red carpet anymore, and what would you like to see more of now?
can I be honest?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine without taking.
What I would really wish never to see on Desi red carpet is inspired, copied gowns from the West. I
Which
think
are ill-fitted and not made
ill-fitted
properly,
and
yeah.
not. I think we have such a beautiful culture. Our shalwar kameez or our sort of sensibilities are so beautiful. I wish we would just sort of highlight that, our kind of calm, like it can be modernized. I wish that was something we'd aspire to dress as. I would personally love to see people wearing our own clothes. And I don't see that. If I do see that, it's very shadi, bling wear, sort of, not something, that's not the aesthetic I would like to see, but that's just personal.
If you could dress a celebrity or a public figure, if you could have your pick, whom would it be at this moment?
I think all celebrities hold a lot of power and they all are very accomplished. And I think we're happy to dress anyone. I think we're happy to dress anyone in general, period, because I think every client is super important to us. Like, anyone who walks into a Sania Maskatiya store or buys our brand, we really cherish that for them, and we really hope that they enjoy wearing our outfit, right? I don't think we can sort of
Yeah.
pinpoint.
I mean, every celebrity has their own personal style.
Yeah.
And we have different types of clothes for
Yeah.
everybody.